Good, you know who it is. It's your boy Super Johnny B 420, aka Sharp Johnny B 420, aka Johnny B, bro. Here again with this time, I guess I could say a little recap of E3, but you know what we're about to really talk about: the Nintendo E3 Direct. The recap. I seen Microsoft. I seen some of Square Enix. I didn't really see Ubisoft, but I seen some parts and heard about it. And before we get into the little recap of it, oh yeah, I miss EA's. I just seen a video about Madden, and it's Madden apparently. It's just the only thing that I guess is a positive with Madden is that you know how when you play the quarterback, you hold the left trigger or the L2 button, and you can run so you can leave the pocket and get a better view on where you want to throw or something. Or if you got a running quarterback like Cam Newton or James Winston, you know what I mean, etc., etc., you can actually run with him. This time, instead of holding it, you can press it and then he'll turn into a runner so he can spin, stiff arm, juke, sidestep, and all of that. And all you gotta do is press the button again if you want to turn him to a quarterback to throw, as long as you're behind the line for the quarterback. And I think that's kind of hot, but let's get into it. Microsoft talked about the Xbox Scorpio. That looks like it's going to be dope. Apparently it's 8 times more powerful than the Xbox One X, which is good. They showed off Halo Infinite. I haven't beat Halo 5 yet, so I don't know what's going on with Master Chief being stuck in space again, and the guy had to power him up like he's just a mech suit. I thought it was a guy in a mech suit, but you know how it goes. And the guy, it was on some end game stuff where the guy literally was sitting there talking to a little projection of like his wife and child, saying, "I love you, Daddy. Tell Daddy you'll see him again soon. I'll see you soon, Daddy." And that was kind of cool. They showed off a cinematic, which kind of shocked me because of the simple fact, last year's E3, if I'm correct, they actually showed a little bit of gameplay footage and a little part of story mode where we found out that John Cena is in Gears of War 5. So, yeah, they just showed like a little cinematic and said, hey, it's happening. Another thing that I was interested about was Forza 4 Horizon. I don't know if it's DLC. I don't know if it's a side game or anything like that. But they are doing a collaboration with Lego. So, man, Lego taking over the world. They doing Marvel. They did The Simpsons. They did DC. They got 2 movies. They got like 15 movies out. They took over the ninjas and all that. What hasn't Lego taken over or got their paws on? So I thought that was cool. And another thing I found that was interesting with the Microsoft press conference, Phantasy Star Online 2 is going to be on the Xbox One X. Later, I don't know if it's later this year or early next year, but that's the first JRPG game, MMORPG game, that they're really focused on bringing over to the West. So that's what's up. You know what I mean? That game is fun. I have a Japanese account on my PlayStation, and I played it, and I thought it was pretty fun. So to see that they're actually going to work on it for the Western audience make me want to just plug up the Xbox again, even though I got it plugged up right now. Another thing, let's say the Ubisoft, like I said, I didn't really see it, but I know they showed off Assassin's Creed, the new Assassin's Creed game. I didn't catch that part. I know they showed off Watch Dogs 3, which I didn't really catch, but I heard a rumor that like you could play as the NPCs. Like you can hack the NPCs, and next thing you know, you're controlling, and they have dialogue and story motives with the NPC characters. So you could be Jamal down the street, or you could be Gerald, or you could be Sun Chi from the grocery store, you know what I mean, and actually play with them and hack and stuff. So if that's true, I'm gonna look a little bit more up on it. But if that's true, then that sound cool. That sound very interesting. You know what I mean? They also, the one thing I did catch was the little funny skit with Just Dance 2020, where they was like, we got people married on this stage. We brought somebody out of retirement to dance. We're dancing. That was funny. I'm not really into Just Dance, but just a simple fact, I actually did like the Just Dance little scenarios and you know, the E3 because it was interesting. Somebody did get married at E3 because of Just Dance and had a whole video of them dancing at their wedding. That was pretty cool, you know. So, Just Dance. Let's see, but the one thing that everybody agreed that was blown away, that stole the show, that I feel as though is now competing against Nintendo's little direct was Square Enix. The games I'm hyped off of there, they showed the DLC Remind for Kingdom Hearts 3. That's hot. You get to play as Roxas, Aqua. I know you play like certain parts as Aqua or certain parts. I don't think you played as Roxas in 3. I think that's when he at the end he came in, but you know what I mean, they ain't able to play with him. But there's more DLC coming. That's what's up. They showed off a lot of Final Fantasy VII. That's how they started off. Oh my god, I am so hyped. I did not finish the original Final Fantasy VII. I'm almost done. So to see that they remade it and it plays like Final Fantasy 15, but the story of 7, oh my god, I can at least now try to finish it, because the one thing I liked about Final Fantasy 15, it was open world, but it was narrow, where like to get to certain spots you had to ride down the road, and the road literally leads kind of to, you can go side and go to caves and stuff, but it's like the path leads you to where you had to go next in the story. So if they do that with 15, I heard they're still doing the whole park thing, but it's whatever. And they also, another thing that I was hyped about with it, they showed off Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and all that, but I'm not really as hyped for that. The one thing I was hyped for with the Square Enix, the Marvel Avengers game. Oh my god, even though they just showed cinematics, even though they just showed who was in the cast, even though they just mentioned that you could play as Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, and Iron Man. And even though they said it's live action, they added on characters, then when they add the characters, and I think also scenarios, is going to be free. And they showed a little bit of, you know what I mean, Troy Baker and Nolan North. Mind you, Bruce Banner, Troy Baker, Nolan North, Iron Man. You know, going back and forth about something that happens. It looks like it's going to be fire. It's going to be on Xbox One, PS4, Strata, and PC. Oh my god, I'm hyped for that. But let's go to the moment we was waiting for, the moment for this video. Nintendo's press conference, which I am showing you right here on my Nintendo Switch. They started off with an announcement for one character, with technically 4 characters for Smash Bros. Because it's 4 in 1. The Dragon Quest character, Hero, I guess. I never played Dragon Quest. The only thing I played that was involving Dragon Quest was Dragon Quest Builders. So I don't know for sure myself the character's name, but they show a cinematic, as you seen, where the characters are fighting. Link is fighting like the Smash Bros. Characters Marth and Roy and Meta Knight, and they look possessed and evil. That pretty much all of a sudden the hero from Dragon Quest came in. They showed some game mechanics as a sword shield fighter and what the character could do, and then all of a sudden that character get knocked out, and then 3 more Dragon Quest characters appeared because they went back to a cinematic. You see all the evil Smash Bros. Characters are coming and all, and we seen that the way I feel as though that they're going to do it, and that's why I say 4 in 1, is they're going to do it like Olimar or Bowser Jr., or I'm trying to think of another character where pretty much it's different characters, but it's in the one character. So like Bowser Jr., you have Bowser Jr., you have Iggy, you have Morton, you have, you know what I mean, all of them, but it's played like Bowser Jr. They're going to do the same thing. Another thing that they showed off was Luigi Mansion 3. They showed a little bit more details with it, as you just seen, where they talked about the Ghost Smash, where you could suck up a ghost in the new Poltergeist and you could smash them. So pretty much you could turn them into a weapon and hurt the other ghost, so you could capture the other ghost easy while you're trying to capture a ghost. Or, you know, the plunger in Smash Bros. That is Luigi's throw. You can use that to grab on the stuff and smash it to get coins or hidden items, and you could pretty much use that on anything in the mansion. Mind you, the mansion now is a hotel. And you're not just rescuing Mario, you're rescuing Mario, Peach, and two of the Toads, the blue Toad and the yellow Toad. They showed off Gooigi. Yeah, Gooigi. But yeah, they're showing off Gooigi, which is a goo version of Luigi that can go through like little rails or can go through spike traps without getting hurt. But the thing that can take out Gooigi is water. So they showed that. They showed off Dragon Quest, a new Dragon Quest game that's going to be on the Switch. I think it's Dragon Quest 9, I want to say. They showed off in this direct No More Heroes 3. A cinematic trailer of No More Heroes 3. They announced that for next year. They showed off, which I'm not hyped about because of the simple fact we seen how Capcom screwed us over with this, but they're releasing 3 Resident Evil games. One of them, I'm not sure if it's 2 or if it's 3, but they're doing an HD remake of 2 or 3 for the Switch, and it's going to be like, you know, the first one, you know, whereas the same view is just updated graphics. But I don't know if it's 2 or if it's 3. But they're also bringing over Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. Now, the reason why I'm not hyped about this is because we seen with the Resident Evil HD remake, remaster, whatever, and the Type 0, and even Resident Evil 4, they charge each one $30. So I have a feeling they're going to do the same with 5, 6, and I guess 2. I gotta watch that trailer again to make sure if it's 2 or not. As you see right here, they're showing more details about Legend of Zelda: A Link's Awakening remake, which I am hyped. And this is the part that really got me hyped, because apparently you can make your own dungeons in it. I don't know how that's going to go. I think that's going to be like after you beat the game, then you can do the whole dungeon creation. It comes out September 20th. And that will bring a lot of content to it, which is great, which is fantastic. Do it. Then they showed off a little rundown of, you know, the games that are coming out this year and next year. They showed off Mario Maker 2, something that I was actually interested about, but because of the simple fact I know the last one was on the Switch, but the simple fact that this one, they didn't say nothing at Bethesda's press conference, that Wolfenstein, the new Wolfenstein that's coming out, is also going to be on the Switch. Like I said, I know what you're thinking. Hey, the last one was on the Switch, so why wouldn't this one be on the Switch? Well, it's not even about that. It was more of the simple fact that I didn't hear anything. They just kept saying Xbox, PlayStation, PC. You know what I mean? They kept saying those. They never really said nothing about the Switch, but to see that it was confirmed in their little roundup, then that kind of, you know what I mean? They're having a Dragon Quest collection, a Contra collection. They're releasing a new Contra game, which I was like, wow, they brought back Contra? So, another thing with the little roundup, they showed off, you know, Stranger Things game. the one thing I can say, the games that they did directs on, so the Mario Maker game, they showed Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem game. They show a little detail. They didn't really get into depth with it, but they showed, hey, it's still coming out. Here's a date, or it's coming out around this time. You know, Witcher 3, that's coming out on the Switch in 2019, which, if you remember, CD Projekt Red was like, we're making this, then we are way behind. Just to say that it's true, they're coming out with it. Also, it's this one indie game that I'm hype about. Apparently it's coming out on the PS4 too. It's called Empire of Sins. I don't know if it's indie or I don't know the company. That's why I'm saying it's indie. But it's like a top-down mafia game, but it looked like a strategy game also. So it's like one of the top-down twin shooters, it looked like, but it also looked like strategy. So it looks good. I like the mafia type feel of games and era of games, so I'll give that a check out. And there's this other one that I seen on the State of Play, but they showed in the roundup, where it's like this guy in a yellow jacket, he's like doing these like matrix jumps and stuff, shooting and stuff like that, and he's shooting at cars. I know it's an indie game because they said that in the State of Play, but it's also going to be on the Switch. I wish I had the name of it, and I will tell you about that, because that, oh my god, that's going to be dope. Another thing they talked about in this direct, they talked about they talked about a little bit more on Pokemon Sword and Shield, which November 15th, I'm hyped. Holla at me, because I'm definitely going to be working on my Pokemon, and I find this very interesting how they at least took the aspect of Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, where you can see the Pokemon out in the world and run into them, so you're not running into a field and you get a random Pokemon if you're not looking for it, or if you don't even want to battle, you can try to dodge and juke and stuff away from them. So here's where I was talking about with the Resident Evil. But yeah. But I'm just trying to run it down real quick. They brought up Damien Machina and gave estimate time of when it should be coming out. If you remember, Damien Machina is that robot game that was supposed to come out last year, but they pushed it back and they released the demo of it. So if you download the demo, the project I forgot, I think X, I think it's called. But it's fun. I loved it. It's a real good game, a real good demo. But they showed a cinematic of it and a little bit more details on it, so definitely cop that when that comes out. But let's finish this off, and before we finish off the Nintendo thing, there's one thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention beforehand. Arcade 1UP, they came out with 2 machines. One's $300, which I'm gonna get into right now, and the other one's $350. The $300 one is a Marvel arcade machine that's gonna have X-Men, Children of the Atom, the Punisher arcade game, and it's gonna have the Marvel superhero fight game. If you remember from the Xbox 360 and the PS3, when they brought back Marvel vs. Capcom 1, they had another game with it that just had the Marvel superheroes fighting. That's what it was. They're putting that on there. That's going to be like $300. Oh my god, I'm hyped for it. But the next one, everybody been talking about. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in Action, Turtle Power. Yes, they brought back the arcade Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. We're talking Turtles in Time. We're talking the original arcade Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. They got 4 joysticks. 4. So you can be any of the turtles. You won't have to have 2 and choose which one. No, you can grab 3 friends and play on the same machine like back in the day. That's going to be $350. I think it's very reasonable because of the simple fact that there's more parts now. It's not just the 2 joysticks and stuff like that. You got 4, so 4 players. You know what I mean? And I'm hyped for it. I am very hyped for it. I'm ready. I've been into the 1UP arcade stuff, so dang, I'm hyped. But back to the Nintendo things. The last two things they showed off, which I'm actually go to it. This right here, this is that No More Heroes 3 that they announced that's coming out next year. Oh my god, this game is going to be fire. I don't know why my stuff is buffering, but let's jump a little bit further if my thing will stop buffering for no darn reason. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Alright, it won't pause. Alright, whatever. We don't need this. Pretty much, they did the little trick that they did with the K. Rool, Smash Bros, because they announced another character. Pretty much, you see K. Rool laying in Donkey Kong's house. Donkey Kong eating banana through the banana peel behind them. Diddy Kong swinging on a tire swing, and then you see like a figure silhouette standing, and a bird, and everybody like, and then next thing you know, it's Duck Hunt Dog, and Duck Hunt, and it's like he's laughing all over. So you see like 3 Duck Hunt Dogs, and then somebody pops up out of the sky, smash right there. It's Banjo and freaking Kazooie. They're in Smash Bros now. Banjo and Kazooie is now characters in Smash Bros. They're the 3rd announced characters for Smash Bros. Oh my god, they look dope. They look like they're gonna play dope. Like they showed off Kazooie shooting his eggs out, and Mario on the other side shooting fireballs at him, and it's like canceling out, and then all of a sudden you see Banjo do the whole little duck run thing, and Kazooie bloop 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 hitting Mario. You see Banjo using Kazooie as a hammer. Oh my god, I am so hyped. I'm definitely getting the season pass now, cause you got like, let's see, 4 characters in one. You got, even though it's costumes, but you know what I mean. You got Joker, you got Kazooie and Banjo. Who else they gonna release? Come on, it seems like they really pulling all the stops. So that's what's up. And the last thing they showed that got me hyped, it's in development right now. They showed a little cinematic where you see the Breath of the Wild Link and the Breath of the Wild Zelda stand there. They're in the place where, if you played Breath of the Wild, Link woke up at in the very beginning. They're in there, and then all of a sudden you see the gunk or the dark ooze that Ganon had. You know, the thing where if you see the eyeball, you shoot it, it gets rid of it. Just rolling right through the tunnel, and then all of a sudden it's a black screen that says, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel is in development right now. That's it. I'm hyped, because I love Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That was a great game on the Switch. They even had it on the Wii U. If you have not touched it, you have to play that game. It's worth it. Trust and believe. But tell me what you think of my little rundown of what I'm hype about and about the Nintendo press conference. Also, if there's anything that you're hype about with E3, let me know. Another thing I watched that I don't remember the games. I remember Enter the Gungeon, and apparently I hope it's true, but they're making an arcade machine of. Is developer. Digital Disaster or Digital Developer, I forgot that company's name, but I love watching their E3 press conference because all it is cussing, murders, and off the wall antics and shenanigans and all that, and it's funny as I don't know what. But they said that one thing I was interested in that is they're doing a Enter the Gungeon arcade machine, which I hope that's not the joke. I hope that they're actually doing it, because I would get that. I like Enter the Gungeon. So, yeah, if there's anything that you're interested in, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to talk about that should be in an A3, that was announced, something that you're hyped about, something that you're disappointed about, write that in the comments below. Like, dislike, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Thank you very much. Peace.